Hi, welcome to the Intricately Woven podcast, where we are on the journey of true self-discovery, learning how to live from a place of surrender instead of a place of striving. Hi, welcome to the Intricately Woven podcast. It's your host, Destiny Owa, and I have been gone for about like a month. But we're back. We're back, and we are here. And I know y'all like, oh, she not in that cutesy room no more. No. I mean, she's still there. It's just that we're in a different spot. And honestly, this spot is amazing, actually. I love coming here. I found out about it, I guess this school year. I think I remember the first time I came here. I wasn't sitting here. I was actually sitting on the other side. If y'all don't know, I'm actually in front of a lake. There's a water lily fountain place, three of them. But the sun is curly in my face. There's trees. There's this cutesy house behind me. It's really a vibe, and I love it. I love coming out here. I love coming out here so much. But yeah, y'all. Your girl been gone, man. I'm looking for my lip gloss. Oh Lord, okay. I'm looking for my lip gloss. Your girl has been gone. I forgot to tell y'all to subscribe. Y'all subscribe, like, comment, share, send this to people. I think for this episode, honestly, in my brain, is always remembering why it is that I decided to do this podcast. And it's not just like about me or for me, it's for like everyone who watches it. And if whoever's watching it, my number one goal is to honestly represent Jesus the best way I can, to the best of my capabilities, to my knowledge at the moment, for the person that's sitting across the screen, and for me as well. And like I said, I've been gone. I don't really have an agenda for today. There's honestly a lot of things and a lot of ways I can go, and trying to figure that out, honestly, is always really hard for me, because I'm battling like, oh God, am I like just doing this specifically for this podcast, like, or is it something that you're just trying to teach me, like it's not for the pod? I'm like, oh my gosh, like you see how immediately just start going just going downhill. So yeah, I don't know, I might just be talking today. I don't know. um uh yeah. um Y'all see, I got my sunflowers. I had to bring this from my room because it just only makes sense. Like, I don't know, I got a little setup going on out here. Yeah, as y'all can see, I'm just talking about any and everything right now. Today we had the International Fiesta. Honestly, when this comes out, it's probably going to be like Jesus is going to be buried in the ground Saturday, Friday, or about to be. I don't know. But I was even thinking about that because this is tea, right? I've been wanting to come outside and shoot for so long. But every single Saturday, which is like really the only day I'm truly free to like really sit down, shoot a pod, it's rained. And it just didn't feel like sure, like there was a video I shot in my room, but that was because I was just going through it and I needed to get that out of my system and on paper. Like I needed to be And it was a very raw video, like a confession video to the Lord about everything that I was feeling, and just in truth, like, and so, um, yeah, and basically, like, what was I about to say? I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah. So, but it's just been raining every single Saturday. It was raining, or it just was like, it was just looking real crazy outside. And I was like, yeah, like really. And like I said, every time I was like, it's like, no, like when I want to shoot, I want it to be outside. Like I want this next episode to be outside, but it was never working. Busy doing a lot of stuff like for school. I got into 2 organizations, so we're there now. Um, Navigating like things I have to let go, or things I take on, all those type of things. My future, blase, blase, blase. The same stuff that keep you up at night, right? Or well, it's not supposed to, but it do, because that's just what be happening. And yeah, so uh, yeah, but we're here, we're back, and y'all, it's been a journey. It's been long. Like it's felt like months. I don't even know if it's been a full month, since I haven't even looked at the YouTube since I've like been back. Um, I've been on YouTube, but like a lot of times, not YouTube, like social media. A lot of times I'll be on it because if I need to post something, or like I may feel like posting something, but I can never keep it on my phone for too long, because I just start, I just get to going and going and going and going, and then it's like, oh my god, no, 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 no. But yeah, I went to a place earlier this week, not earlier this week, earlier this month, like April didn't just begin, early last month, after spring break, whatever. And okay, this is where I want to start, right? Okay. And what I learned was that the the biggest revelation that you could ever get in your whole entire life, like we would hear people, I would try to like look for like, what's the next big thing that I could say that when someone hears it, it's like, oh girl, that's so good, and blase, 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 like, oh, that's whatever. And while I'm here, I'm going through a lot of stuff, like just internal battle with the Lord, on a sense of like, the common theme, love. And it's this thing of like, the greatest revelation that you could ever receive, greater than I was reading it this morning, not this morning, but before I shot, greater than prophecy, greater than speaking in tongues, greater than having a degree in theology, or going to seminary school and learning all these things. And like, the greatest revelation of your life is the love of God. And you hear it so many times, and it becomes such washed out, and or not even just washed out, because I also don't got no shoes on, so my toes out. I hope they don't look crazy on camera. Oh, it's the love of the Lord. And like, coming back after it I was really hit with a lot of depression. And this is just me, like, just talking about it. But I was hit with some really, really bad depression, like to the point where like I really didn't even feel like opening my word. I didn't know what was wrong with me. Like, I was like, things were going great and good, but I was like having like this dichotomy going on of like, my life is cool and great, but I don't feel cool and great, and I feel distant from everyone, and I feel a little alone. And I would ask myself, like, hey, Destiny, what's wrong with you? Because like, for so long, or like, not for just so long, just recently, I've really like struggled with, like, I've really struggled with the acceptance of myself. And I've, it's a struggle because it's like, oh, well, no, like, I'm a sinner. Like, there are these things that the Lord needs to change about me, that weren't there in the first place. But what about, it's like, what about the stuff? I'm sorry. what about, what about the stuff that he made purposely? Like, what about the characteristics in you that he actually created for you and towards you? Why, like, we always, like, for me, well, I always focus on the parts of me that I need him to get rid of. And but neglecting at the same time the parts of me that he wants to reveal, or that he wants to bring to the surface to say, like, hey, like, there's nothing wrong with you for being this way. Like, no, this is how I crafted you. And yes, it's different, but doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's different. And it doesn't mean it's better. It just means it's different. And so recently I've been feeling like a lot of like sense of like reservedness, just to myselfness. And for so long I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, why? Like, is this like, is I thought, like, the Christian is supposed to be lively, outgoing, out there, putting, like, whatever. Like, that's the thing that's going in my brain. But like, I'm like, but I'm not. I'm not. And so that opens the door of comparison, of like comparison in Christian community. Like, forget about like the internal, not forget about the external type of thing, but like the comparison within the Christian community of like, is there something wrong with me because I don't act apparently how universally this is supposed to look like? Or like, or is that like the lie that I'm telling myself, and ain't nobody even said that? Like, ain't nobody even said, like, this is how it's supposed to look like. But for me, I'm like, oh, no, no, like, that's what the people saying. You know what I'm saying? It's just like all over the place. And um but that's not the case. And yeah, so that was just that. I was just, like I said, acceptance of the fact that, oh, I like oh, I'm actually dope this way. Like, I don't, like, it's still weird. It's still weird because I don't know. I think, okay, so the verse that's been helping me get through it has been 1 Corinthians, about when Paul is talking about, hey, like, none of this stuff really matters because we aren't the people that do anything. God is the only person that provides the increase. So you have the person that plants and the person that waters, but in the end, like, it's God who does everything. Like, God, God does everything. Like, and that takes a lot of pressure off of you, and it allows you to authentically walk in who you are, because you realize, like, yes, we have influence, we have, you know what I'm saying, you people have the power to lead people astray, to bring people to the Lord, whatnot, blase, blase, blase. But it's a work of God. And like, I don't know, it's just something that I'm working out through. I'm not fully through it all to be like, hey, y'all, this is, I've been said that. I'm like, I don't got no step-by-step thing for y'all. I really don't. And I don't know, I think that's good. I think I'm good with that. But um what else about to say? Yeah, so it's been a lot uh since I last shot a video. And I want to talk about how, So I just have this thing written down about like God's character doesn't become his character just when you experience it. And because I also have something on my iPad right here, because I think when we come to this idea of love and what this is supposed to mean and what this is supposed to look like, I got to the point where I was just tired of being so introspective, of trying to look within myself to find the flaw or to find the sin for the Lord. It's like I was trying to I was trying to search my own heart. Or like, I could kind of like try to search my own heart to be like, okay, Lord, let me bring this sin to you. Let me bring this 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 to you. And you just get, I got so done with just introspectiveness. I don't even know if that's a word, but I got so tired of feeling like I needed to always be thinking. And I don't know, that's the thing. I'm like, but I know that's how the Lord's made me. I know the Lord's made me to be a thinker, but that can be very, very difficult at times, because sometimes this past couple of weeks, man, I was tired of thinking. And I was sitting over here by this lake, the little place, and like every time you sit over there, there's like a billion turtles that'll just come and just like lay in the water around you, because I guess they just feel that you're here and they think you're gonna feed them, whatever. I ain't had nothing for them. And I was crying and I was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Like, it's a song. It was like, truth is, in my brain, I was like, truth is, I wish I could like get away from me. And that's how I was feeling. Like I was so tired of dealing with me. And I couldn't do it anymore. But what do you do? Like, you can't, like, okay, you're dealing with this person, this external person. You could just be like, all right, I need to give myself some space from you. But like, when you're the person that you need the space from, what you gonna do? Like, I can't. I can't. And so I'm sitting there and I felt the Lord is like, you're not physically cutting yourself, but you're mentally cutting yourself. And like all of these like marks that you're putting on your brain, you're exhausted, you're tired. Like, it wasn't even the school thing that was getting me. It was mentally, I was so done and so over it. And I just felt so much, like, it felt like so many things inside of me were changing at one time. And I'm like, God, what, like, I try to come to you about this, but it feels like crickets. My brain is on this side of the earth and the other side is on that side of the earth. What are you talking about? And this thing, right, of his character doesn't become his character just when you experience it. I've seen that today. I was singing this song this morning, and it was just talking about like praise and just worship and his sovereignty and all these things. And it's like, whether or not I am experiencing this character of God, whether it's comfort, whether it's provision, whether it's his sovereignty, whether it's his love, whether it's any of these things, like I don't have to experience it for it to have been real. Like, my experience is not contingent on the fact that God is still who he is. So even if I am not experiencing his love, that does not mean that he is not love. And you have all these words of like love and what else? I had it written down, of like how we can equate words with just emotion, like surrender, emptiness, love, repentance, all of these things. And so we equate these words with having having to feel this love or feel this surrender that I'm doing in my brain. And so after I come off the high of the feeling, and now I'm just stuck in it, in this little space where I'm off this high, it did not change. It did not change whatever had happened. It does not change the fact that you are still who you say you are. It doesn't, like, I can't do anything to steal from something that I never even created or brought to fruition in the first place. Whether I believe it or not, you're still who you are. Whether I understand it or not, you're still who you are. Whether I can see it or not, you're still who you are. Whether I can feel it or not, you're still who you are. So when I have this moment of surrender, like recently I've been battling because you remember in a previous episode, it was like, hey, I want you to show up. I'm like, oh yeah, we finna show up. Like, I'm like, up there, like, yeah, we finna show up. And y'all, man, you cannot just live for the moment. You have to live in the in-betweens. Like you cannot live in the, like, just for the moments. Like if you are trying to just, if your relationship with God is contingent on the moments that you have with him, or like these grandeur moments that you have with him, you will struggle every day, because one day you may wake up and you may not feel that high that you felt. You may wake up and you're struggling and you're trying to figure out, oh, does this mean that God has left me? Does this mean that I have left God? Does this mean that our relationship is not where, or not what it was supposed to be? Is this what this means? Like, I don't know. Because I can't. And so if I am sitting here having my relationship with God or anybody dependent on whether it is I feel it or not, I'm gonna push any and everybody away. I'm gonna push any and everybody away, even God himself, because Lord, I didn't feel you a certain way. Then our relationship something must be wrong with our relationship, because I didn't pray, or I didn't do this routine this morning with you. Something must be off with our relationship, and I self-prophesy. I I I fulfill this self-fulfilling prophecy over my life over and over again, and that's not how it was supposed to be. I was talking to a friend. He called me, and as soon as he called me, this is yesterday. Because all I did yesterday, I sat in my room, not in my room, but in my living room, in the silence, because I'm starting to love the silence, and I'm starting to really enjoy being alone. And I've never been here before. But I'm in a place where I would just rather come to a lake, come out here, spend time with my father, be open to his correction, be open to his love. Like you're getting to this space of this unknown that I've talked about, and you just see how he's like, okay, we're growing up a little bit. We need to grow up a little bit, Destiny. If I'm really the Lord of your life, If I'm really the Lord of your life, you need to really trust me. And if I'm really the Lord of your life, it needs to be more than just words. I am not just a lip service type of God. In these words that you just equate with just emotions, you have to understand that there is always action. When the Lord said that I love the Lord, I love the world so much that I gave, I sacrificed. There was this action that was equated with this love, this word, meaning that there's always action equated with words. It's not always just a feeling. If I know that he loves me, and if I know that I need to surrender and abide in him, then there must be a choice that I have to choose. There has to be an action that I must do, and it cannot be dependent or contingent on whether I feel it or if I don't. Because my heart is deceitful and it's wicked and it doesn't know any better. It wants things that's comforting. That's why I could sit in my depression and my suffering, because I started to actually like it more. I really, really liked it. I enjoyed it more than I would in actually abiding and confiding in the love of God. I actually loved sitting in that because it was way more familiar to me. It is way more familiar to me. Me immediately thinking the worst thing, me immediately not having hope or not having faith, that is my default mode. And so like being out of that is just, it's, oh my God, like being out of that or like transitioning out of that, it's like this, it's been this breaking, it's been this dying. And I've been wondering why I've been so sad, because parts of me have been dying. And so I've had a God who's been comforting me in my confusion, in my worry, in this depression, and in this sense of where I don't want to fully surrender or give up my entire life, because it's more than just a moment thing. It's a daily, everyday situation to where I have to learn to be uncomfortable. I have to grow up. I can't stay here for so long. And that's what following Christ is going to be like. You have to give up things. You have to give up certain lifestyles that you wanted to live. You have to give up your thought patterns. You've had to give up things that you've abided in for your entire life to follow this unknown, unfamiliar being, an unfamiliar experience. Everything with him is so upside down. You want to keep going, he says, wait. You want to do it this way, he says, do it the opposite way. You want to hate, he says, love. You want to fear, he says, fear not. You want to run the opposite way, he says, no. No, he says, no, he says, no, he says, no. So, solace is comfort, relief, or consolation, particularly in times of grief or distress. It's a word used to describe something that alleviates suffering or sorrow, like a gentle embrace or a kind word. So, I want to go about how this relationship of being renewed, of being taught, is supposed to be. When I was talking to a friend, she was like, stop trying to teach yourself things that the Lord isn't even trying to teach you right now. You may be completely missing the entire point. And so honestly, these past couple of weeks have consisted of me journaling, and my journal has been all over the freaking place, bro. I don't know what I'll be talking about. Sometimes I would just put my date. I'll just put the date, and it'll be an empty sheet of paper. And honestly, when I look back at it, although there's no words on there, there are words on that paper. Because the emptiness of the words mean that there was an emptiness of a heart and a mind that just didn't feel like writing down what was going on with her. A person who was tired of always trying to dissect every moment of her life. That's why some pages were empty. And then other pages felt like I was just trying to force something out of me. And then other pages was frustration. Other pages, my ink is spread because I cried on it. And then I and then I finally had to get over myself and confess the things that were going on in my heart, in my mind, out of this fear of looking weak or looking jealous or envious or like a bad friend, like a bad person. I had to get those things out. Why? Because Destiny freaking Owa isn't perfect. She doesn't know everything. She is confused. She is wrestling. But at the same time, Destiny is experiencing the Lord like she's never experienced him before. There's this bittersweet moment happening in her life that she doesn't really know how to describe. You know, if I had just relied on my feelings, I would have just kept that Bible closed, not gonna lie. Yeah. Because when I had it open and I was reading, I was like, I was searching. Like I still struggle with it. Like I'm searching for my preconceived thought that I feel like you're trying to tell me about. And it's like I'm hitting a brick wall, but at the same time, you're teaching me so much. You're teaching me how to receive love. Like true love, not like y'all like the love of God. Like, man, the greatest the greatest revelation. I don't care about a clip or, oh, that sound good. Let me write that down. Oh, I've never heard that before. Man, the greatest revelation anybody could ever receive is that they are loved by God. They are loved by the creator of the universe, the author and the finisher, the orchestrator. So much. And the greatest demonstration of this love is Jesus on that cross. Man, I get this picture every single time. It's like, whatever it is you're going through, he died for it. Whatever it is you're battling, he died for it. Whatever it is you think that you can't give up, he died for it. Whatever it is you don't want to give up, he died for it. Whatever it is you don't even believe that you even think you should give up, he died for. And he didn't even need you to do it. He didn't need your permission. He didn't need your permission to die. He didn't. Nor is he asking for it. That's the greatest love, is the love of the running father who chases after you time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. He doesn't care. Like some of the things that I feel like he may be saying to me, I don't even know if he's actually saying it to me. or if it's my brain making it up. But I know I'm not that smart. I know I'm not that smart. I have no clue what I'm gonna name this episode, honestly. I don't know. 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 No. I don't know. It's crazy, bro. It's so pretty, bro. I would get up and show y'all. I will. I get up and show y'all, but I love sunflowers. See them? If y'all don't know, if y'all didn't know, first of all, I hope y'all can hear that bird because it is beautiful. All of this, I hope y'all can hear the water, the birds. I hope y'all can hear all of that because it just reminds me that God is still God. It's always the simple things, man. It's always the simple things. Because if you were such in search for the big moments, for the big things, you would miss it. You would miss the beauty of the simple thing. Like these birds that just flew past me right now, that like this tree in front of me. The reminding of a soul that says, I have not forsaken you. I am still with you. Will you follow me? Ten times over, will you show up and not just say it? Will you actually go through with it? Anyways, like I said, I love sunflowers because they're so beautiful and they literally face towards the sun. You see what I'm saying? The simple things. The simple things are what keep you sane. The simple things, honestly, are what keep you in the faith. Folks love driving a cat. SRT. I know y'all probably heard that. But I think I want to get more into meat next time. I don't know why I said meat. I don't know. I want to show y'all the sunset though. I do. I hope this episode was elevating. I don't know, why is that wet? What's going on? Where'd that come from? But yeah, I hope that yeah, this is pretty nice. I think next time I want to get more into the nitty-gritties, but me coming back, honestly, like, you know, always constantly trying to like understand like what this pod is supposed to look like, or supposed to be, what my niche is, what the vibe, what she is, you know, what vibe is she giving, you know? I don't know. Man, I've never been where I'm at right now. Like, I've not like physically, I'm not talking about like physically, I've been here. I'm saying like I've never been in this space where I'm at right now. It's kind of cool, but it's not at the same time. I don't know. I just don't want the sun to go down too much to where y'all can't see me no more, or the lighting gets like way too bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh, I gotta start it right this time because I really want the sun to be going down. Like, you know, you gotta time this stuff. You gotta time it. And like last time, man, some raccoons rode up on me, and I'm like, hey, bro, this your spot. They were just staring at me. I said, hey, bro. I said, bro, hello, bro, you got it. This you hey, this your spot. I'm in your area. You're good. I'll go. Respectfully. Y'all do what y'all okay, let me stop. I'm done. I want to show y'all this sunset, this vibe. It is so pretty. So yeah,